Hey Spinthusiasts! Welcome to our newest instructional segment, Spintronix Dance. I am here at the lovely Spintronix studio, which gets lovelier every season. Just ask any of our members. And today I'm going to start teaching you the basics of dancing in color guard. Now, I've put this off for a really long time. You see, the thing is, I studied dance in college for a little while. It wasn't my major. But I do realize that there is a right and a wrong way to dance and to teach dance. I also taught dancing for a few years at a studio. And of course, we have a studio here at Spintronix. And I've done color guard. Color guard dancing is different. We use some weird names for stuff. As always, we do some moves with a technique that a ballerina would scoff at. And there are a lot of dance critics out there on YouTube. So what I've decided I'm gonna do is teach you guys how to dance color guard style. Because color guard is becoming more and more infused with dance every season. And what's going on is that people don't know how to dance. We're taking kids who have never ever danced a day in their life, they've only spun a flag, and we're throwing them onto this field where they're expected to do all these crazy dance moves that these color guards are doing nowadays. It's not fair. And then we have movement judges who may or may not have been dancers at one point in time using lingo that you may or may not know. So, this is why I decided we're gonna do this dance segment. I'm gonna teach you the color guard way of dancing with the color guard terms. I'm sorry if any of you out there are dancers and you're super critics of what's correct and what's not. I know there's a right and wrong way to do things. But I'm going to teach you in a language that we can use all across the color guard world. And maybe some of you who are dancers who are having a hard time getting things across to your guards, your guard instructors, your guard students, your peers, this will help you bridge that gap between the dance world and the color guard world. So let's start with the basics. Plié and Relevé. The term plié is simply French for to bend at the knees. You're going to keep your back very straight. You're not going to lean forward or lean backwards. You're going to tuck your rear end underneath, and you're just going to lower yourself. You might notice also that my knees are staying over my toes as I do this. I'm not bringing them in. I'm not trying to get out and get this crazy ballerina turnout. I'm just keeping my knees directly over my toes. If you want to check to make sure that you're actually keeping your knees over your toes, all you have to do is look straight down at your legs while you are in plié. If you can see your big toe on the inside of your knees, then your knees are staying over your toes. You'll also notice that my heels stay on the ground. I'm only going as far down as I can without lifting my heels up. If I need to go all the way down to the ground, I can lift my heels up. So I'm first gonna pass through a regular plié, which in dance is called a Demi Plie or small plié. And then I'm going to pick up my heels and lower myself the rest of the way down. Notice I'm not sitting on my heels. I'm also not tilting my back either direction. Now the opposite of plié is relevé. You're going to lift your heels up off the ground and go all the way up onto the balls of your feet. Okay, dancer friends, I know there's relevé, there's elevate, there's all these things that are crazy, but this is color guard. Very simplified. We're just gonna stick to relevé. When you relevé, your ankles should feel like they're being pulled toward each other. If you start to roll out onto your pinky toes, you're gonna start having ankle problems. If you start to roll inward onto your first toe, you're gonna have problems. You need to lift and stay even across the ball of your foot. As I go into relevé, there are 3 points that I'm keeping my feet on. The ball of my foot, my big toe, and the other side of the ball of my foot. Those 3 together form a triangle that's very stable for me to stand on as I go into relevé. Guys, that's it for my first dance video. I hope you like it. Make sure you share it with your friends because color guard is always so much more fun when you do it on a team. And if there's any other dance that you want to see me explain, tell me about it. If you have more questions about this move, comment in the comment section below. I want to hear from you. I want to know what you want to see.